Hook. What if I told you a tiny AI model just beat its own billion-dollar big brother, and it costs less than a cup of coffee to run? That is exactly what happened this week, and the entire AI industry is scrambling to react. Intro. On August 1st, Chinese AI lab DeepSeek quietly shipped something the industry did not see coming. They released the official version of DeepSeek V4 Flash, a model with only 13 billion active parameters, and it just outperformed their own 1.6 trillion parameter flagship on the benchmarks that matter most. This is the story of how the little guy won, why it changes everything about AI pricing, and what it means for you, whether you are a developer, a business owner, or just someone who uses AI every day. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly why Silicon Valley is nervous, and why the AI price war just got a whole lot more interesting. Segment 1. First, let us talk about the David and Goliath moment. DeepSeek V4 Flash is a mixture of experts model with 284 billion total parameters, but only 13 billion are active for any single task. That is the secret sauce. Instead of firing up the entire network for every question, it routes each task to just the experts it needs, which makes it lightning fast and shockingly cheap to run. Now here is the kicker. When they benchmarked it on Terminal Bench 2.1, which tests how well an AI can actually use a terminal and get real work done, the Flash model scored 82.7%. Their own Pro model, the big flagship with 1.6 trillion parameters, scored just 72.1. The small model beat the giant by more than 10 points. In the history of AI, that almost never happens. Segment 2. And it is not just one benchmark. The improvements are absolutely wild. Compared to the preview version from just weeks earlier, the new Flash model jumped from 61.8 to 82.7 on Terminal Bench, a 34% improvement. On CyberGem, a benchmark for AI security skills, it nearly doubled its score, going from 38.7 to 76.7. And on DeepSWE, a brutal test of real-world software engineering, it exploded from 7.3 to 54.4, a 645% improvement, all from the same architecture, just retrained on better agent data. This is not an incremental update. This is a completely different beast wearing the same clothes. Segment 3. Now let us talk about the price, because this is where it gets really uncomfortable for the big American labs. DeepSeek V4 Flash costs 14 cents per million input tokens, and 28 cents per million output tokens. Compare that to Grok 4.5, which scores a nearly identical 83.3 on Terminal Bench, but costs $2 per million input tokens. That is a 14 times price gap for basically the same capability. OpenAI's premium models cost even more. When a Chinese open-weight model delivers flagship-level agent performance at pocket change prices, the economics of the entire AI industry start to crack. Every startup that pays per token just got a massive incentive to switch. Segment 4. And here is the part that has the local AI community losing their minds. The model is fully open weights, released under the MIT license, which means you can download it, fine-tune it, run it on your own hardware, and even sell products built on top of it, with almost no restrictions. It comes with a 1 million token context window, which is enormous, and it can handle agentic tasks that used to require the biggest, most expensive models in existence. People are already running it locally on consumer hardware and reporting Opus-level intelligence at flash prices. The community comparisons show it beating GLM 5.2 across almost every agentic benchmark, and even trading blows with Claude Opus 4.8 on several key tests. For open source AI, this is a landmark moment. Segment 5. So what does this actually mean for the industry? First, The price war is officially over, and the price won. DeepSeek has proven that you do not need a trillion-parameter monster to get frontier performance, you just need the right architecture and smart training. Second, the pressure on American labs just went through the roof. When your competitor ships something nearly as good for 1/14 the price, your pricing power evaporates overnight. Third, there is a deadline you should know about. DeepSeek is deprecating its old chat and reasoner models on October 24th, so if you are using those, you need to migrate to V4 Flash before then. The migration is easy, the API is compatible, and the savings are enormous. Some developers are reporting cost reductions of 90% or more. OUTRO. Here is the bottom line. DeepSeek V4 Flash is the clearest signal yet that the AI industry is entering a new era, an era where capability is no longer tied to cost, and where the biggest models are not automatically the best. The smartest move you can make right now is to test this model yourself, see what it can do with your own workflows, and decide whether your AI budget just got a whole lot smaller. If this video helped you understand what is happening in the AI world, hit that like button, it really helps the channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next update, because the AI landscape is changing faster than ever, and I will be here to break it all down for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.